Welcome back, horror lovers. Tonight we're diving into terrifying online encounters on Facebook. These stories go beyond trolls or fake profiles. They're so chilling and unexplainable that they still haunt those who experience them. Be warned, what happens online doesn't always stay there. Let's explore these 5 disturbing stories that will make you think twice the next time you log in. Jane was scrolling through her Facebook feed one quiet evening. The room was dimly lit, casting shadows on the walls, and the only sound was the soft hum of her laptop. She had spent the day working and was now unwinding by catching up on social media. As she lazily scrolled through the endless posts, she noticed a friend request from Kevin, an old classmate. Her heart skipped a beat as she saw his name. Kevin had died in a car accident 2 years ago. The memory of the tragic event came flooding back, and she could almost hear the whispers of their classmates mourning his loss. She stared at the notification, unsure of what to do. Her mind raced with questions. How could this be possible? Was it a cruel joke or something more mysterious? Maybe someone had created a fake profile using Kevin's name. It wouldn't be the first time someone had done something so insensitive. But why now, after all this time? Curiosity got the better of her and she clicked on the request. Her fingers trembled slightly as she navigated to the profile. The profile was completely blank. No picture, no posts, nothing but Kevin's name. It was as if the account had been created just to send her that request. Jane remembered Kevin's memorialized account. She had visited it a few times to leave messages and reminisce about their school days. Feeling uneasy, she ignored the request and closed her laptop. She tried to shake off the eerie feeling that had settled over her. Later that night, she received a message from Kevin's account. "I never got to say goodbye." The words sent a chill down her spine. Her heart pounded as she stared at the message. She felt a mix of fear and sadness, wondering if Kevin's spirit was trying to reach out to her. She quickly checked the profile again, but it was gone. The account had vanished without a trace, leaving her with more questions than answers. The digital ghost had vanished. It was as if it had never existed, leaving behind only the haunting memory of that message. She asked her old classmates, but no one else had received a friend request from Kevin. They were just as puzzled as she was. It was as if he had reached out to her, and only her. The thought both comforted and terrified her. The next morning, Jane deleted her Facebook account. She couldn't bear the thought of receiving another message from beyond the grave. To this day, she wonders if Kevin was trying to say his final goodbye, or if something more sinister was using his name. The experience left her with a lingering sense of unease. The experience left her questioning the boundaries between the digital and the supernatural. She often found herself pondering the thin line that separates our world from the unknown, and whether the digital age had opened new doors to the afterlife. Mark was an active Facebook user. He enjoyed connecting with friends, sharing photos, and staying updated with the latest news. Social media was a big part of his daily routine. One day a friend asked, "Why did you create another Facebook profile?" Mark was taken aback. He hadn't created any new profiles and was puzzled by the question. Mark hadn't created any new profiles, he was sure of it. He felt a chill run down his spine as he wondered what his friend was talking about. He checked his account settings but found nothing unusual. Everything seemed normal, just as he had left it. There were no signs of unauthorized access or any changes he didn't recognize. His friend sent him a link to the profile. Mark hesitated for a moment before clicking on it, feeling a sense of dread. The page was an exact replica of his real profile, but with twisted and dark posts. It was eerie how similar it was, yet the content was disturbing and out of character for him. One post showed a distorted version of a picture he had taken at the beach. The image was warped and unsettling, making the familiar scene look sinister. Another post was a status update about an event he hadn't attended, yet there was a photo of him tagged there. It was as if someone had been following him, documenting his life in a twisted way. The doppelganger account seemed to know things about his life before he had even posted them. It was as if someone was watching his every move, anticipating his actions. Each post on the fake profile seemed to predict Mark's future actions. It was unnerving to see his life laid out in such a way. with events that hadn't even happened yet. Mark reported the profile, and Facebook took it down. He hoped that would be the end of it, but he couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. But weeks later, the doppelganger account returned, more sinister. The posts were darker, more ominous, and seemed to be getting closer to predicting real events in his life. The new profile was posting about ominous events that hadn't happened yet. Each post was like a dark prophecy, filling Mark with dread. "Accident on the way home tonight," read one status. Mark's heart raced as he read it, the words echoing in his mind. Mark didn't drive home that night, terrified of what might have happened. He couldn't risk it, not after seeing that post. The fear was too real. The duplicate account has appeared and disappeared multiple times since, each version more unsettling than the last. It was like a nightmare he couldn't wake up from. He lives in constant fear of the day it might predict something he can't avoid. The thought haunts him, making him question every decision and every move he makes. The doppelganger has turned his life into a living nightmare, and he doesn't know how to escape it. Lena loved Facebook's Memories feature. One morning, she received a notification for a memory from 5 years ago. It was a picture from her niece's birthday party, but something about the picture was off. In the background was the silhouette of a figure. Lena had no memory of anyone standing there during the party. She called her sister, who confirmed there had been no one there. Lena tried to laugh it off, but unease grew. She began to notice the same shadowy figure in other photos. The figure appeared in photos taken at different times and places. With each passing year, it seemed to inch closer. Lena stopped using Facebook altogether. She never found out what or who the figure was. The fear of it lurking in her old photos haunts her to this day. She wonders if the figure had always been there or if something was editing her past. The unsettling presence remains a mystery. Jenna had a typical social media routine. One evening, she received a Facebook message from an unfamiliar profile. The message was short, "I'm outside." Jenna lived on the 4th floor, making the message unsettling. She blocked the account, thinking it was a prank. But 2 days later, she received another message, "I can see you." Jenna's heart raced as she looked around her apartment. She blocked the second account, feeling uneasy. The messages didn't stop. Each one felt like a violation, a digital spiderweb ensnaring her. One message read, "Soon." Another said, "Why don't you check your phone?" Jenna started sleeping with her phone on silent, but one night she received a final message, "Look out your window." She hesitated, then peeked through the blinds. No one was there, but the fear remained. Jenna reported every account and moved to a new city. She deleted her Facebook, but still gets nervous whenever she receives a message from an unknown sender. Tom was part of a close-knit group of friends on Facebook Messenger. They shared everything from daily updates to their deepest secrets, creating a bond that felt almost unbreakable. One night, Tom received a message in the group chat from a friend who had passed away 6 months earlier. The notification lit up his screen, casting an eerie glow in the dark room. The message was simple, "Miss you guys." The group was stunned. They stared at their screens in disbelief, their hearts pounding as they tried to make sense of what they were seeing. They knew it was impossible for their friend to be messaging them. The logical part of their minds told them it had to be a mistake or a cruel prank. The account had been memorialized, a digital shrine to a life cut short. It was supposed to be a place for them to remember and honor their friend, not a source of fear and confusion. The messages continued sporadically over the next few weeks. Each notification brought a mix of dread and curiosity. Sometimes it was just a simple greeting, a hello or how are you, that felt both familiar and unsettling. Other times the messages referenced inside jokes and shared memories. These were things only their friend would know, making the situation even more perplexing. Fear turned to confusion, then to chilling acceptance. They began to wonder if their friend was trying to reach out from beyond the grave. Was their friend trying to reach out from beyond the grave? The thought was both comforting and terrifying. Or was something more sinister using his account? The idea of a malevolent force manipulating their friend's profile sent shivers down their spines. The friends felt haunted by the digital ghost. It was as if their grief had taken on a life of its own, manifesting through the very technology they used to stay connected. They reported the account, but it remained active. Each new message felt like a slap in the face, a reminder that they were powerless to stop it. They left the group chat, but the messages followed them. No matter what they did, they couldn't escape the ghostly presence. The messages continued for months, a constant reminder of their shared grief and terror. It was as if their friend was trapped in the digital world, unable to move on. The friends learned that sometimes the scariest things on the internet are the ones that hit closest to home. The experience left them forever changed, a haunting reminder of the thin line between the living and the digital afterlife. Outro: disconnect to protect. So the next time you get a friend request from someone you haven't spoken to in years, or see a familiar face in a photo that seems just a little bit off, remember these stories. The internet is a vast and often unsettling place, and sometimes the things that go bump in the night are just a click away. Until next time, sleep tight and don't forget to log off. You never know who or what might be watching.